Hello, welcome to Fibertown, episode 98. It's February 5th, 2015. I'm Emily. I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry and Fibertown on Instagram. Welcome. It is 5:30 at night, and my children have snacked themselves into not being hungry for dinner. So I'm delaying dinner, and I'm going to podcast. It's been quite a week, so I thought I'd sneak these this half hour while I could. So as I do around dinner time, as I'm cooking, I drink. This is some Argentine Malbec. So join me in a libation of whatever your choosing is. That didn't sound right, but hello! Yay! Welcome. All right, so I have to draw for the January finished objects. And I didn't do that. I just realized. I was just going to talk about February, and I realized I hadn't done January yet. I will do that. Bear with me. It'll probably be at the end of the podcast. She arrives. Had been ignoring me. Hey, Alice. See? Alice, what's up? I don't know. I had the flu last week. And I had the bona fide flu. I had a fever for 4 days. You can hear my voice is still strange. The aches, the chills, the sweats, all the good stuff. And I cannot stand the glasses, okay? My eyesight's getting worse, so I try to wear my glasses as much as I can, but the glare is not good. So I'll be a little blind. So yeah, I was very sick, and I got a lot of knitting done, though. I was too sick to knit for one day. But other than that, I knit a lot. So excuse the coughing. And let's talk the February finished object thread. It's socks. February is socks because I have a pair I need to finish. I want to finish in February. So I need the motivation I get and the inspiration I get from the finished objects thread. Now there's going to be a little twist. So any finished object can be entered, of course, but if you enter a pair of socks that's finished, it has to be a pair, then you get a second entry. Do you want a third entry, though? I'm going to be like self-serving and say if you knit one of my sock patterns, and there are 3, herbaceous, collywobbles, and leather socks, that you could enter it a third time. So, go crazy. So that's what's going on. And as I said, I will draw the January one eventually here. All right, so 100th episode is approaching, and I have a lot of prizes lined up. In fact, I have 10 or so prizes. I have 2 project bags, patterns, sock yarn, other yarn, hand-spun yarn, fiber. It's going to be awesome. So I'm not sure if I will let those things trickle out over a few episodes or if I'll do them all on the 100th episode. We shall see. But that's coming up. So if you're not a member of the group, you have to be to win one of those. So go ahead and join. So this week I was so sick that I missed the Stephen West and Stephen B. trunk show. I am unamused. I'm very unamused. That was supposed to be at Fiberspace Saturday morning. And I was saying to my husband, oh, maybe if you drive me, I'll have enough energy to go. And then he said, you still have a fever. And I came to my senses and said, I don't want to expose everyone there to what I have. So I'll do the noble thing and stay home. And it was the right call because I got sicker that day. But I was bummed. Oh well. First world problems. So yeah. I have my crazy plaid blanket behind me today. So much fun. I washed it and it's it is awesome fun. Let's wear it a little bit. Could be a stole. Excellent. Could be an Alice blanket. Here you go, Al. All right. I have FO. I have FO. I have whips. I have spinning. Ask Fibertown. And acquisitions that you are not going to believe. You're going to leave this podcast drunk on yarn fumes, okay? And fiber. Mostly fiber. So here we go. F-O. O-O-O. My Ictarine is off the needles. This was a pattern by Hunter Hammerson from the Curls book. And I knit mine out of some hand-spun Cormo from Reflections at Rocklands. And here she is. Uh-oh, hang on. Just got a weird thing happening on my computer. I don't know if I'm still recording. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Go away. Okay, still recording. Excellent. My picture library popped up. Anyway, here she is. Not quite my whole wingspan. Starting from here till about here. This is my wingspan to about half my wingspan on this side. So not crazy long, although it grew a ton in the blocking. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So squishy soft. The yarn was such a pleasure to knit. I love it. Now, not exactly sure how I'm going to wear it yet. In fact, I haven't played around with it too much yet, but I think it's going to be with the longer part in the back and my Jan Smiley bag. Probably pinned with my penannular brooch. So maybe this will go over here. Yeah. This thing is great for pinning knits. If you're in front of a mirror. Ha! There we go. That's more or less what I was looking for. Oh, could be better. But you get the idea, I hope. There we go. Super squishy, super warm, lovely knit. I think I'll knit another one in a variegated. I have some Manos, there's Merino Silk Blend. Ooh, that looks cute. So a lot of different ways to wear this. And this is great Cormo. So yay, that's my 1FO. I have 3 whips. I have my rainbow socks. And this is wool dyed by Joelle from Wandering Wool. I mentioned last time that I didn't know, Wandering Wool, I didn't know how it was dyed and that there were white bits. And I'm knitting this in my blether pattern. In fact, I had it this far stockinette and realized I forgot to do the blether pattern. So I ripped out and I finished this on the Metro yesterday, up to here, up to where I was again. And you see how it's pretty solid, and it's much more red than the camera showing. It's pretty solid, but there are some white flecks. And how Joelle dyes this gradient, because it is a gradient, and one cake gives you 2 socks. If you pull from the outside, which I'm doing, I'm getting to the orange, and then from the inside, you get 2 gradient socks. So she dyes this in a sock blank, which is kind of genius. And that's why you have these little white blips, because the yarn is, of course, knit into a long strip of stockinette fabric, and it's dyed in that state. So when it's unraveled and washed and so forth, the dye doesn't always penetrate where the stitches are, like where the stitches cross another stitch. So this is really fun to knit, and it's my blether pattern, and it goes so fast. I knit a pattern sock much faster than I knit a vanilla sock. Go figure. It's because I can't stand knitting vanilla socks. They're just too dull, and I'm not fast enough. So, sock yarn blanket. Got a lot done on this. I think like 10, 11 squares. So this is the mitered square. It's the Shelley Kang one. I should know who the author is, the designer, but it's the Shelley Kang sock yarn blanket. So take a look. That's that thing with the needle through it is one. That's the one I did today. And we have this amazing green. It's 2. A greenish blue. A lot of these are from Knit Crit. Thank you, Martha. This one is not. This one's from someone else. And this one, oof, so pretty. Goes from a gray, a grello to a gold. And then this one, it's my little s'mores marker. This one. This one. This one, that one, and the other 3. This one is Gourmet Stash Handspun in the Hedwig colorway. Did I show you all that last week? I might have. And this one. That's the bamboo blend for sure. It's shiny. Oh. Did I show you that one? I don't know. Anyway. I got the ends woven in on this as well. And a very lovely viewer pointed me to, I don't know if she's a viewer. She was on Instagram. Shimmy? Pointed me to a tutorial for weaving in your ends as you go. And you might say, Emily, I've been doing that forever. I had tried to do that, and I understood the principle of it, but there was one little thing I was doing incorrectly that made all the difference, and her tutorial just solved it for me. So now I'm doing that. Yeah, so my last work in progress is the Enchanted Mesa. And Alice is partially on my Enchanted Mesa yarn. Okay, dearie. There we go. Let me see if I can capture how she's looking right now. I don't know if the camera's gonna... There she is. She's tired. She's under the crazy plaid. Okay, Enchanted Mesa, Stephen West. This is from my Jacob fleece that I processed and I bought from Maryland. Let's see, what did I do with this fleece? It was a small, like 3 pound, 2.5, 3 pound fleece. 3 pounds. Washed. Easy to wash, Jacob. Not tons of lanolin. It's fairly clean. The, you know, run-of-the-mill state of dirtiness. I say that like I have vast experience washing fleeces. I don't. I've maybe washed 4 or 5. 6, maybe. Then what did I do? I drum carded it, and I dizzed it off the drum carder into roving. And then I spun it, 2-ply. And I spun it, I dizzed it and spun it into 3 colors, the dark chocolate, the white, and sometimes there's a bit of heathering of the darker into the white. And then a marl, sort of a mix of the two, and that happens naturally in the fleece of the Jacob. Jacob is a cool looking sheep. If you haven't seen it, a picture of it, go and take a look. Go Google Jacob. And it has, you know, it's got a history as, you know, as far back to the Bible. It's mentioned in the Bible, this breed of sheep. This wine is medicinal. I can tell how bad I sound. Okay. I'm in love. Now, so the Enchanted Mesa, let me see. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I am modifying this because my gauge is significantly bigger. This is like a DK weight yarn, basically. Sometimes it's a sport. It's hand spun, so it varies, right? So I did not do as many swoops. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 swoops. Is that right? Yes, 4 swoops. And I think and I did not do the cowl neck that Stephen has in his pattern. I think in the fingering weight version there's like 6 swoops at least. So it's short rows and garter stitch, which is so much fun, and it goes really fast. So I cast on with the chocolate, and then I did some of the white, and you can tell, like, ooh, you see that bit right over there? That's where some of the darker color comes in. I love that. Then I have the marl. And the marl, for some reason, is somehow greasier than the rest of the colorways. Just a little bit of lanolin left. Then dark, marl again, and I have a little bit of dark in between all of the swoops. And then starting here, starting with this sleeve, at the end of the swoops, I bound off, or I put some stitches on waste yarn and made the first sleeve. Now, in the pattern, one of the sleeves is really, they're asymmetrical. Like one is up here, one is down here. So you have a huge arm size, is that what they call it in sewing? At any rate, I have modified that, and I've been trying this on as I go to figure out where the second sleeve is going to fall. And so if you picture it like this, they are more or less at the same level. However, they were not, there was like 6 more inches done on the second sleeve side before the sleeve got added, because you can see that, there we go, the swoops down here, stupid camera, it's like I'm a weather reporter and I can't tell which way is up. All of this is knit after the swoops. So the first armhole down here, at the time you're putting that armhole in, you're only up to this about right here on the other side. So the short rows are done for now. It looks like they're going to come back. I'm going to do most of the torso in the dark, because I think that'll be flattering. I'm not going to do any more of the white in the body, I don't think. There will be some of it on the sleeves, however. So, very exciting. It's flown off the needles. Fits. It fits. I have added 1 stitch, extra stitch on either side. I'm going off stitch count too at this time, so I'm going to have like play around with the numbers for the next short rows. So I'm not paying attention to Stephen West numbers, but I'm winging it, and so far it's going really well. And I like that I can try it on, which I couldn't do with Party Mix as much as I like that sweater. I couldn't try it on. So be a little looser with gauge if it's a top-down, try it on as you go sweater. And make adjustments as you go. That's it for whips. So for spinning, I only have one small thing. I have my Cosmic Wonder Worms that I got from Sarah Bauer, Sarah Pomegranate. Hello, Sarah Pomegranate! I love your Cosmic Wonder Worms! And I was inspired to spin these up because Swensti, another Sarah, was spinning hers. Hers have more of a green-gray cast to them. And these are, I got 38 yards of meditatively spindled Shetland, Merino, Corriedale, and Surrey alpaca. And it's, I spun these on my trindle, which is a drop spindle. I put my fatter arms on it, which have a dragonfly emblem. And they're super cute. I'm not sure where these will go. Maybe they'll be a barn racing square. All right, so 38 yards on my trindle. And my son likes to help me by grabbing the spindle as it reaches the ground and handing it up to me. It's very handy. Excuse me. Alrighty, I want to do a quick Ask Fibertown. What time is it? Yeah. So last week, I answered some questions about wheels and spindling, and I realized I left out a part of one of the questions, and that was, what is your dream wheel? And just without thinking about it too much, I wrote down a few wheels that have intrigued me. And I thought I'd talk about them now. The first is the Ashford Country Spinner. This is a spinner for art yarns. It's a spinner. It's a wheel for art yarns. It looks like this. Look at the bobbin. I could be lying, but I feel like it holds 5 pounds of fiber. That might not be an exaggeration either. There's another picture on here of Steph Gorin of Loop. You know, the bullseye bumps. It's a picture of her spinning on it. How fun is that? Gigantic orifice. And, yeah, so its capacity intrigues me, and its art yarn affinity intrigues me. And let's see. Okay, the bobbin holds 2.2 pounds, 1 kilogram. So fab. I wonder how that would be for plying. You could ply a whole sweater on there easily. So I'm intrigued. I don't know how much it costs, but I'd love to have one. All right, other wheels that intrigue me I have been intrigued by the Hanson Mini Spinner, which is an electrical spinner. Electric. But I've heard recently that it's better for worsted spinning. It's a little harder to find the sweet spot for woolen spinning. So I'm thinking now maybe that's not would not be good for me. I'd like to try one. Maybe I'll sit down and try one at Maryland Sheep and Wool this year. I tried one years and years ago. Just for the portability would be really cool. But it's not like I travel tons to spin, so I don't know. Another one that I'd like to try and maybe have is a shocked matchless. I've heard a lot of good things about that, and I really love all the shocked products that I have. They're well made. They're made in the USA. Made by people, not a corporation. Another one that intrigues me is a great wheel. Am I crazy? I want a great wheel. But I want one that's already in working order, which might be difficult to, to drum up. But I tried one at Maryland Sheep and Wool last year. Or was it the year before? It was the year before. I had a blast. They have a huge footprint. A great wheel is a walking wheel. You spin the wheel and draft the fiber and then wind it on the spindle. It was fun. It was just sort of back to the roots of the wheel. Not of spinning, but of a spinning wheel. And then the other one that intrigues me, and this is sort of if I were a rich girl, and most of these are, is a Golding spinning wheel. This is just one example. Look, it has a masthead, like a ship. Like an 18th century man-of-war head of a lady up there. They're hand-carved and engraved. They're works of art. I know that there's one that's a folding Golding, which also intrigues me. That is, it's a travel spinning wheel that Golding makes. Oh my gosh, there's some with dragonflies, there are Celtic knots. They're just stunning. So, yeah, those are some wheels that I would like to have. If you've got a dream wheel, let me know. Something that I don't know about, I'd love to know. Okay, I have some new Ask Fiber Towns, and I'll get to those next time and a few, the subsequent times. Because today, or this week, I was visited by a fairy fiber mother. Before I show you her gifts, let me tell you, another thing that I purchased. And what made me pull the trigger on this was a Rav friend, viewer, who said, have you seen Kismet? With all the weaving you're doing, have you seen Kismet yet? And I had seen it a long time ago and was thinking about buying it recently and hadn't quite pulled the trigger on it. And when she messaged me about Kismet, which is put out by the Hill Country Weavers in Texas, Austin, Texas, I said, okay, it's time to buy it. And I got the ebook version. Kismet. Weaving was bound to meet knit and crochet. And there are some amazing things in here that I need to try. There's a skirt that combines weaving and knitting. There's a blanket that combines weaving and knitting. There's some crochet in here as well. Lots of really cool scarves. So I don't know what to do first. There's so many cool options. There's the skirt, and I think I would do it in a more monochromatic way. Let me see if I have a better. Here it is again. So I'm intrigued. I won't show you all the pictures in here because I have so much other cool stuff to show you, but I'm intrigued and I'm really excited to weave and knit some of those patterns. Okay. I'm not allowed to say who this is from, but she is my fairy fiber mother. She contacted me and said, I'm destashing a lot of stuff. I'm an empty nester, and I have all this extra stuff that's stressing me out. And would you like it? possibly you could use some of it for your fiber camp, which is next week. I said, of course. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Let me just start slow. She had 3 books. This one, Spinning Wool by Anne Field. Never heard of this, but I paged through it and there's some really great information. Sock Innovation by Cookie A. I do have this book, so this will be a giveaway. And some of this, I say, did you see that? I almost said a lot, but then I changed it to some because I'm selfish. Some of this will be given away on the podcast for the 100th episode as well as subsequent episodes. I've wanted this book. This is such a cool book, Knit Sock Love by Cookie A. There are a gazillion sock patterns in here, and I'm going to knit some. Okay, so we met up at Fiberspace. And Fiberspace, by the way, I asked if they would be able to donate some bags to my fiber campers because that was the last thing I needed. So I emailed Danielle, who is the owner, and she said, of course. So I picked up 8 Fiberspace bags. And these are great bags. They're drawstring, and they have these nice handles, and I think they're going to fit everything that these people need for their fiber camp. Yarn, books, spindles, fiber, everything, needles. So thank you to Fiberspace for that. They're great. Then, the funny thing is I schlepped all of this on the Metro. My fairy fiber mother gave me a ride to the Metro in Old Town Alexandria. And I plopped myself down with a giant IKEA bag and another giant bag and drew a lot of stairs. I don't care. Okay, this is full of stuff that I have wanted and have not gotten. So truly, my fairy fiber mother. Do you remember when these were the rage? The Cupcake Fiber Company? Well, I got some. I know. Merino nylon in a blush colorway. Could make socks. So there's that. Settle in, okay? Just settle in, make yourself comfortable, pause, get a glass of wine if you need to, because we're going to be here a while. All right. Okay. I'm here. Greener Shades dyes more than I have in my Greener Shades kit, which is dwindling. Sorry, Alice. Cool shades of jacquard dyes, more than I have, and different ones that I have. Those will be used at Fiber Camp. Take a look at the self-striping. Desert Vista Dye Works. This is Poodle Skirt. I have never had one of Desert Vista Dye Works, nor have I had Vesper. And this was a Sock Yarn Club reissue gemstone. Oh, self-striping. Don't ask me what's going to be a prize yet. I'm still drunk on yarn fumes. I don't know. Look at this. It's a gradient kit. It's cotton bamboo. This would make an excellent baby knit, wouldn't it? Or shawl. It's lovely. A nice summer shawl. Yeah. Each one of these is... This is from the Unique Sheep. I'm not sure how much yardage, but super cool. Now we have some faux isle sock yarns. We've got a Sakata. We've got an On Your Toes. We've got an Opal. I bet that's cool knit up. And we have a Kristen Nicholas Nashua. She has great colors. Super awesome. Then there are 3 cones of yarn. This says weaving all over it, except for perhaps this one, which is a sock yarn merino nylon blend for dyeing. Glorious. These are all going back in here. And let me show you the IKEA bag, which is where the fiber is. Oh my word. Inglewood, no, Inglenook. There we go. Inglenook. Never had, have always coveted. I think there are 4 of them in here. Look at that one. This one is called, oh, it doesn't have a name, but it's awesome. This one is Pine Needle. These are big bats too, 3.5 to 4 ounces. Look at that gorgeousness. It's greens and pinks and I know. This one is Ice Storm. It's purples and blues. These are Inglenook bats. And the Inglenook bat of my dream, Gandalf. This was a club colorway, I think. Yeah, that's what she said. And it is a bat with Stansborough Grey, which is the sheep breed from New Zealand that supplied the costumers for the Lord of the Rings and Hobbits movies with the wool to do the weaving, for example, of Gandalf's cloak, and I believe a lot of the other fabric that was used. Stansborough Grey, Mohair, Romney Bamboo, North Ronaldsay, Flax, BFL, Welsh, Starbright Nylon, Merino Faux Cashmere, Silk, and Soy Silk. I'm going to take this one out because this one is going to be spun. And my husband saw it and kind of freaked out and said, I want that to be a hat for me. Let's open it up. They're tied with these really cool ribbons. It has dark purples, purpley browns. They're more brown than purple. Oh. Alrighty. Is that all the way open? Yes, it is. Gorgeousness. All right, let's go on my wheel. Say, cackle evilly. Okay, then we have some Into the World. I know. Children of Time, Doctor Who reference. This is a Polworth silk. That was a club colorway, I think. Nunoko bats. I know. This is called Cobweb. I know. I know. This person gave this stuff to me. I feel incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. Cloud Lover. Haunted Vineyard from the Knit Girls. The South Cal they did. I had some of this, and I think it's the one yarn that I royally screwed up on my wheel. I don't know what happened. But now I have another try, unless I give it to you guys. Then we have a bunch of undyed, which is going to get dyed next week. But that's going to be cool dyed up too. Then we have some Loop Spontaneous Spinning Clouds. Nebula. Okay, speaking of Loop, 3 bumps. 2 of which are coordinated. And my fairy fiber mother has the same color sense that I do. This is Clematis, and these are coordinating. There we go. So they're purples and greens. Looks like a little brown in there too. 8 ounces. No, more than 8 ounces. 10 ounces? 10 ounces of a coordinating colorway. And then this one, which I'm going to open up. This one is called Earth Spectrum. I've been dreaming of pretty much exactly getting a loop bump this colorway. Color is not showing. That's better. I know. Greens, blues, purples, burgundies to a black. Does my look say it all? But wait, there's more. Wool Gatherings. Polworth silk. Some of this I might tear apart and have my students drum card it or hand card it just to blend some fibers. This is BFL Top, which is going to be perfect for them. This is from Greenwood Fiberworks on Etsy. Paper roses. More Nunoko bats. This is called Underwater Love. I can't wait. And we have something called Fiber Monster. 2 gorgeous bats in the waterfall colorway. Gorgeous. I might be most excited about this. Although, I don't know. Inglenook, Nunoko. Crown Mountain Farm. Which is out of business. I know. This is a pound, people. It's 8 ounces each. This is Atlantis. Isn't it beautiful? Those are my colors. And this is Under the Boardwalk. Down by the sea. A little bit of cute little water green. More undyed. And to top it all off, fiber optic. This is Jelly Jelly, a hand paint of superwash merino bamboo, 50/50. And a gradient merino silk. And this is the Ebony to Holly. I think this is going to be a prize. I know. I was so taken up with my goodies on my metro ride. I had to change trains at one point, that I completely lost my metro card. Yeah. It got interesting at the end of the metro ride. I had to talk to the people to get let out. So, are you hating me right now? Don't hate me because I have fiber goodies. I'm going to give you all some. Yeah. I'm still getting over it. So thank you. Okay, folks. Next week, I'm really hoping we don't have fiber camp cancellations for snow. We're supposed to get snow on Monday. We're just going to roll with the punches. But I'm going to be really taken up with that next week. And we will be recording. I'm going to have the students record. And I don't know when that will get put out. I imagine that things are going to be kind of different around here next week. But I'm very excited. Very excited. So, y'all think about me. Wish me good luck. Help me find my mouse. There it is. If you still want to donate something for the 100th episode giveaway, please let me know. If we've already talked and you're watching this, send me a picture of what you're going to give, and I'll be starting some threads soon for people to enter. Threads. January giveaway. Okay. Man, I'm so suave. Okay. All right, so there were amazing things in the January FO thread, and sweaters was the selected item this time around, this month. And you got a double entry if you entered a sweater. And remember, if you knit socks, that's the entry that gets you, if you finish socks in February, you get 2 entries per pair. If it's one of my sock designs, you get an extra entry, so 3 total. Okay, so January FOs, it was 2 through 296. Let's see, random.org. 2 through 296. Who is going to win? Sorry that this is so inexpertly done. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, let's see if that number is an item and not a chat. It's me chatting. Okay, let's generate another number. Let's see who that is. it's going to be way back. This is why I do this off screen. I really love the chatting though. Let's see. Just more convivial. Okay, we have a winner. It was post 107. There it is, 107. And the winner, number 107, was Cthulhu Loves Me. Excellent. Cthulhu Loves Me spun some Portuguese merino. Beautifully spun. It's gorgeous. So contact me. Let me know what pattern you would like. That's Jen from Buffalo. So Jen from Buffalo, whose favorite curse word is coño. Contact me and tell me what pattern you want. Oh, and speaking of Spanish words, I meant to mention that there's a podcast on YouTube, Feminine House Hobbies, and that's feminine, Femenine, House Hobbies, is now recording in English. So I haven't checked it out yet. I've watched her in Spanish, but I have yet to watch her in English. But, you know, given our international podcast discussion, check her out. Hopefully we're going to meet up this summer when I'm in Spain. And yeah. Okay, you guys. So 40 minutes. These are getting longer. I'm rambling way too much lately. Okay, until next time, y'all take care. Bye-bye.